pretty close, but geesh, lighten up a little.
Android 21.
Well, okay, I'll stop.
Years later, I'm free. And I give you my word. No one will ever stop me again.
Ridiculous.
Even you must realize the odds are stacked against you. My set appears that I have grossly overestimated you. I'm quite surprised. Even using both my hands, I couldn't stop it.
I'm an Espada, a 4. My speed is unrivaled.
At your current level, you wouldn't last 5 minutes, pieces of trash.
I want to tell you I'm Hal.
An eye for an eye, my friend. I know, it's crazy, but yet I'm here. I'm Hal, and I'm also Ukiora Shifa, Espada 4.
This is the end, then. Leave Hueco Mundo immediately. If you can't move. Cero Oscuras.
I need to power up my energy.
Cero Oscuras. Despair of defeat. This is what true despair looks like. Cero Oscuras. Your path ends here. Soul Reaper.
Ichigo, you are next.
Grimmjow.
He is truly a legend in his own mind.
Hey, girl. Seems you have a problem.
Time to make some
I interrupted.
Oh my, wow.
Xenoverse YouTube girl xxlit here. I'm your co-host provider from our channel called xxdeadxsavage all lit G6. Your ongoing source into the scandalous merchandise products, entertainment, or life events that may come from anime, gaming, or news from associated elite.
Constructive criticism rant about this situation. Overall, about this subject towards the end of this.
All we could do at the time was fire waves of energy at the raid boss, but the moment the raid boss came for us,
It was time to run or get smoked.
yes, that or everyone died to the raid boss giant bomb attack.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. We just go into one raid and then barely survive and then get defeated solely by the raid boss. Good times.
Yeah.
Yes. But check this out. This is just a PQ. I got in clicking the quick match for PQ and then I landed in this room. I walked away and then came back and I saw I was not kicked out by the grace of God. And then I learned to see this guy who was using a brawly that had SSG blue power aura energy around him.
That's not possible.
For real. Bacana, really. I never imagined to witness that, but then again, this is a modded brawly, so oh well. I'm using Grimmjow in his resurrection created character form.
I know, right? He looks so much better this way. I love Grimmjow's resurrection form. You should use him more often in our YouTube channel videos.
we'll see it, but we'll see. But anyways, here's DBZ Brawler using Gigantic Roar. I'm like, when did this happen?
I know, right?
Anyways, with all that happening, I defeat UI Goku fast because I want to see if there was any update to Brawler just to be so short. And I end UI Goku with my Grinja, and I get a look at this Brawler again, and through here, and then here. And here we are. We lo and behold, we stretch it. We see here is that this Brawler doesn't have Gigantic Roar or SG Blue transformation. I was so livid about this because it was just low-key dope to see Brawler with SG Blue doing that kind of stuff and power. But that's the power the DBZ Brawler should have. But now we are stuck with DBS Brawler, but that's a whole other conversation for another time.
I like DBS Brawly better.
Okay.
Excuse you. DBZ Brawly was too mindless. The DBS Brawly is awesome because we get to see humanity in this Brawly and hopefully a return to the actual series someday, which is good for all of us Dragon Ball fans. DBS Brawly would make a fun Vampire Diaries character personality-wise, a lonely soul fighting for his misunderstood humanity.
Whatever you say, XX. Anyways, the only way we could ever get another Brawly in DBX2 is because if DBX2 would allow it through dimps. But the only Brawler we got is this one, so I'm okay with that. Meanwhile, here is my Kid Buu God mode taking no prisoners in this expedition. I cannot believe we created this monster. He is dope. His QQ bangs are pretty good for Namekian. Thank you for your contribution to this character's creation, although.
No problem, and it's nice to see how much better you became with Namekians. I hope when we do have the DBXV update, it comes with more character slots so I can remake my Mortal Kombat Chameleon Namekian again. To use it in the new era of Crystal Raid, but now if only you can play with the girl-created characters so we can double Crystal Raid against the community in the future.
I'm horrible with female created characters, especially female humans. I don't know how you use these girl cacks, and we're able to hit with the bricks when they're going back and forth in blocks and stuff. I can't bring myself quick enough when I'm using those female cacks. It's easier to fight with male characters. It was always felt that way better in DBX1. But, you know.
No, XX Dad. It's just you.
No, whatever, XX Lit. But look at what's going on here. Do you see this? We are not safe in expert missions or Dragon Ball farming in Xenoverse PQs anymore. Anytime we want to hit those things up, there is an NPC with raid moves ready to destroy or turn this raid into something else and end our whole career.
Enough!
I'm just saying though, look, check this out. See this fight I was talking about? It was low-key dope.
Why?
You see this guy here? He is a mod. But as we were finding in this raid, with the raid boss, this modder is keeping up with the raid boss just like I am. In this Hercule raid, people believe now, even after 2019, that this raid is a Key Blast raid. When in truth, this is a strike raid. I hope the Jiren raid is a strike raid. But anyways.
Yeah, I remember, yes. I made a video about this raid on our channel.
And you're supposed to make another one for 2020.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'll do it next time.
Alright, but hell yeah, look. This modder is smart. He's not using raid Key Blast moves. He's fighting Hercule head on. And I respect that. See, modders have a choice to do these raids like the modder, or they can get in our way and waste all our time using them raid moves. But at the end of the day, if you're a modder and you're using what this guy just did while I'm in a raid with you, then you have my respect, because at least you understand what was necessary to be done in the raid to qualify legitimate points. I won't knock a modder down for choosing to look and play the way they want to play on Xenoverse 2, but if a modder is going to play with mods, do it in a way where they are also helping the community, not in the way they are putting the community at risk.
I see what you mean. You even had the highest damage in that raid, this modder, as you used your Xenoverse cosplay Ishigo Kurosaki created character. And the moves you dished on this raid boss overpowered the modder's potential ability. The fact that the modder understood how to fight to get points is admirable. Most modders don't even look at the situation or what they are fighting. They just dive in and take off. But I respect what these modders have done to Xenoverse to lift the spirit of the creativity for the Xenoverse franchise. I am glad we had modders that understand the difference in what needs to be done to qualify in raids the legitimate way, and then they also know how to dress their characters to look fashionably impressive and beautiful as well.
I wouldn't say all that stuff, but I do agree hopefully someday Dents will increase the clothing limit, fashion, and accessory slots, and clothes color, and all the drip and clothing options needed to help make this game look good as Jump Force or Fortnite. And yeah, I agree with you too, like we need more character slots. 34 is not enough, but if they can do it with 16, I can settle with that.
I agree, that would go a long way. I want to make the cast of Inuyasha, especially now that Inuyasha the anime is back. I have waited a long time to rewatch the whole series, and I cannot wait to pick it up again. To be in the time for the new series featured the daughter of Kagome and Inuyasha.
I knew you were gonna do this. Girl, if you make another account, so help me God, PS4 is gonna explode.
I'm sorry. Fine, I'll wait till PlayStation 5.
I would like to create Team Yusuke, you're in Meshi's Universe 2, but Yusuke needs a new hairstyle. I'm tired of the Gohan hairstyle number 2 is just black.
I'm just lucky it's easy to make Kagome's hair for Inuyasha. I remember that's what I did for PlayStation 3.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Also, in this raid against Android 16, I remember this fight because I had to use Divine Lasso, but I never used this move at all for Grimjaw. Wait, I don't even remember this fight. Hey, you got something to say over there other than just laughing? This was you, wasn't it? Oh, okay. This is one of you or your friends from the staff on Twitter when y'all came over that day when I... Oh, okay.
It was just me.
Oh.
When you were at work, I came over to play in the raid, but I didn't know I accidentally played as Grimjow. I was trying to choose my character Android 21, but it was too late to switch back. But that was lucky for me because in this room, I had to deal with 2 modders for the price of all of this and everything that happened after that.
What happened?
I did pretty good.
Like this? That's crazy. Are you serious?
Yeah, but I still can't believe it was all for nothing.
What do you mean all for nothing?
Well, in this raid fight, the modders are using some kind of attack. It was beneficial to them, but it was also helping me out.
I see it, but I don't understand.
Okay, if you look, you can see it was intense. The people in this room who were not modders began to leave because they couldn't do any damage to Android 16.
What the hell? You mean you're over here and Android 16 is getting blown up over and over again?
I know, right? So whenever those modders used that modding stuff, Android 16 was blown into me.
Okay, nice work.
Then I just used your Grimjow's Bomber DX. And then, boom, I took advantage of their modding and Grimjow to get the most out of those modders who were just using that attack on Android 16.
That's freaking ridiculous.
But I'm sure I hit cap damage, but this is because of modders. They must have saw what had happened in advance and then...
Disconnected?
Yep.
That sucks. Well, at least you didn't give up. The most damage I remember hitting in this raid for myself was 5 to 6k. As you can see here, but I'm sure whatever damage you made in that session in the raid with those modders must have been close to max damage.
I know, right?
But hell yeah, you're onto something in these raids. Now, in situations like this, nice work in here.
Thank you. By now, anyone can see that this is why this YouTube channel between us is called xxsavage all like G6, because it's all me and him, and we are savages in Xenoverse 2. We may not be the best in the game, or maybe we are, who knows. But low-key, if a player has to pay $60 just to keep up with us or surpass us on the leaderboard, especially when we are not even trying to do the raids, then of course the community of Xenoverse knows using mod raid moves is the only way some of these kind of mod players are even able to reach that leaderboard in the first place. Without it, they wouldn't be able to be on that board with us, with the rest of us legalized paying customers.
But these raid modding participants must remember every day they are at risk being on the leaderboard, and without mods on the console for them to use, they wouldn't be on that board in the first place. And they're also taking a huge risk by putting themselves at risk to be banned from PSN services for modding and breaking the terms and guidelines of PSN services when they make the unfortunate choice to cyber harass people who are actually competition to them as well, without having to be a modder. And the whole community knows that.
But with players like my YouTube coworker and players from our past, our YouTube community.
Those are people who deserve to be on the leaderboard.
Exactly, because they put in the work to be there.
If some are modders, fine. If they're not using that additional modding privilege to cyber harass people as clearly as this modder unfortunately did, making that choice to harass us like this.
I know, right? When a modder like this does that, it's not only puts the modder at risk, but this modder is putting a lot of the other console PlayStation modders at risk. Because that kind of modder is giving the PlayStation network the audacity to believe that the game server is not safe. And if there's no way to stop any illegal operations on its PlayStation network from this game server, then the board of PlayStation has every right to shut down the online server for the game to protect the rights of all of the customers who are the respectful, legitimate paying customers of that product. because PlayStation reserves the right to protect their customers and members of their service.
Regardless, we're not going to tell you lot how to play Xenoverse. That's not our business, and anyone has a right to play the way they want to play. I just don't make it a priority to then cyberbully people who actually know how to play when you are already a modder and can easily get on Leaderboard with modding without having to pay more money than the rest of us, because we are not modders. We don't need to mod our own console or use save edit just to play games or Xenoverse. That is beyond me. You can do what you want, but do it, but don't turn it into an ability to just harass people. Because, I mean, the video speaks for itself.
Between my coworker and I, we are pretty okay. We deal with the bad netcode or some bad modders who may frequently ruin raid matches in DDXV2.
Imagine if we did have good netcode, or imagine if nothing is done about mods on PlayStation 4.
Or imagine someone like my coworker and myself decided to become modders.
We would never do this. I know I would never do this. We don't need to do this. xxLit, what are you talking about?
I know, but I'm just saying, if we ever chose to be modders, we would become a nightmare to the Xenoverse community. That still magically exists on this game. If we are not already scary enough, we would be there, Boogeyman.
I'm pretty sure I heard this line some time ago on Yu Yu Hakusho. Anyway, that's already true. A lot of people assume we were Mars. Every time we hit up the raid rooms or PQs, then they kick us out the room like it's nobody's business.
Whatever. Let them fear us to kick us out. It doesn't bother me. And if a modder has to cheat the attacking raiding hit system with raid moves and empower their created characters with all kinds of raid boosting potential, or change contribution points illegally as much as they want to, then be it. Deep down, we know this mod issue mostly began because of the Android 21 costume, not in Xenoverse 2, when it was supposed to be in this game during the DLC that came with Few.
Oh, I remember that one. That one DLC that came with food. Then some person manipulated the situation to make a quick buck off customers to then buy his mods. And then that console mod creator went from adding the costume to save edit to then changing more styles, but instead of making raid moves offline.
Yes, the creator of these saved edits decided to leave raid moves active. If this mod save edit creator was really trying to help the community, that a person should have left raid moves non-active in online use.
Big facts, because when you think about it, and not to knock down this save edit modder's hustle, he could have made the save edit raid moves non-active for any modder, but instead, to get a bigger audience, you have to sell that as the calling card to ensure more people will continue to buy this illegal save edit. So that's why the developer of these mods modified these raid moves to be used online for modders, so that the person making money from the modder will continue to make more money from dimps. And it's game online services from players who may wish to play with mods on the PS4 console.
Exactly. I'm surprised that Dimps on PlayStation doesn't react to this as serious as to what people did in Counter-Strike.
Oh yeah, people were sent to jail for doing illegal stuff like that in games like that.
Exactly. Hopefully PlayStation 5 will beef up their policies to crack down on situations like this. Honestly, the competition against modders have been fun in raids. The rules don't really apply anymore, I guess, to them, but the one thing that cannot be modded is the respect we make as Xenoverse players on this game for all this time. So we will never become modders. We will continue to devote our free time to help the community and how to enjoy Xenoverse 2 with less effort. If we can hit the leaderboard with the frequently, then we could, we could have always done ranked PvP, but it's no use when your netcode is garbage.
I'm sorry, okay, it's my fault. I did everything I could to get this fixed.
I'm not blaming you. In fact, maybe this is the way it was always supposed to be. Besides, we were better off this way. We need all the time we can to get now, especially for school and work. Xenoverse is not who we are. It's just what we love to do. A game that we all have always wanted to enjoy, entering the world as a character to help Goku and the Scooby Gang in ongoing stories and missions and quests and flying and fighting and making friends and memories and having a blast.
I'm down with that.
Just glad we got this far with everything we could ever have with this game, and I look forward to the next concept of what will come from this game's model and potential capability for any anime genre going forward.
Bleach, anime, or Yu Yu Hakusho, or Fullmetal Alchemist will be the next big thing for a game around this aspect module.
or Inuyasha, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Sailor Moon, or Shadow Skill. Hopefully, we're all still here when this becomes a reality. Stay safe, and God bless everyone.
Hell yeah. Hang 10, everyone. Take care.
Take care.
Zero oscuro.
He is truly a legend in his own mind.
Android 21 apologizing to Satima on my behalf. Ridiculous. Unfortunately, I am over here. It is inevitable. No more, but trash.
The results will always be the same. Try as many times as you like.
I know his attack. It's called the Evil Explosion. Her name is Furuichi Shihonen, her instinct. However, I am an Arango. And this power, I call it the Ultra Instinct. Sign me now yourself, where you will see a power that not even your gods of Xenoverse could ever understand. The barrier between Hollow
looks like.
and Soulry. This is the Flash Step and Sun Nido combined.
Even you must realize the odds are stacked against you.
I am an Espada, therefore my speed is unrivaled. Unfortunately, I am over here.
Was that it? Yes, it would appear that it was. If you can't move, then die there.
Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn.
Hey, girl. Seems you have a problem.
Time to make some candy!
Nice.
XOXO, Xenoverse YouTube girl, XX Lit.
xxdeadxsavage is signing off.
Lit.
Swishes.
I can't get that back.